President Trump is ordering the full public release of classified files related to their killings.
I'm going to tell y'all this now. The fact that Trump is releasing these classified documents of John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King and his brother and John F. Kennedy's brother, he knows what he's doing. He knows it. Because the stuff that I know about Martin Luther King, when I tell people what I know about Martin Luther King, if they had a gun, they'd shoot me in my motherfucking forehead. People go hard for Martin Luther King. Now, if in those documents is what I know about him and some, it's going to fuck people up. It's going to fuck them up. Because y'all going to know the real reason why they killed him whenever you see. See, I on my last page, not my last page, but the page for that, I made a video about Martin Luther King, but they banned it. And I truly believe that somebody reported it. But I made a video about Martin Luther King, and I told people who he was. And motherfuckers was coming down my throat. They was like, you know, they came down on me. And some of them was on my side. Some of them was like, I kind of figured that. But I'm trying to tell y'all, Martin Luther King was not who he was. He was not the man y'all think he was. Nope. And John F. Kennedy, I'm kind of real curious about him. Because I know he was in a lot of scams. He was involved with a lot of heavy, I don't want to say it out, but he was involved in a lot of shit to be a very loving president. He was involved in a lot of shit. And I think the case of John F. Kennedy is that he got too deep in and he began to know too much. And the fact that he was in it for the fun and games, he began to know too much. And when he began to know too much, it was almost like he didn't sign up to know that. So when he realized that there was some shit going on that he didn't know about behind his back, when he realized that, oh shit, I didn't know this shit was going on. I know what I did, but I didn't know it was this deep. He was starting to snitch. See, before I talked about John F. Kennedy on my page, my biggest page, I talk about him. And a lot of people followed me. That video actually went viral. See, the thing about it with John F. Kennedy was, John F. Kennedy was in the same boat of Dr. King. They were both sent to make the people feel like that they are for them. And John F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King, they was for that, right? But John F. Kennedy didn't know a lot of the things until when he got in the chair, he got exposed to a lot of shit. So this is a president that is getting exposed to things that he never thought he'd see and hear. Then on top of that, he done his own shit, you know, because he was cheating. He was doing all types of shit. But at the same time, he was getting exposed to things that that fucked him up. So what he wanted to do was he was going to tell the people. John F. Kennedy was these UFOs and all this shit that's going on with these aliens. This shit been going on since the 1940s and the 1950s and shit. This shit is not new. John F. Kennedy knew about the aliens. John F. Kennedy knew about the UFOs and all that shit. He was going to expose it. John F. Kennedy was the one that was going to expose the New World Order. Matter of fact, John F. Kennedy, if you listen to a lot of his speeches, he was basically saying that he was going to expose. If you look at all the other presidents like Nixon and Bush and all these other presidents, they was for the New World Order system. They actually wanted the New World Order system because they were saying we are getting prepared for the New World Order system. And no one knew what the fuck that meant. But John F. Kennedy was like, no, I am going to expose things. And instead of him just doing it, he started to say what he see. And he was letting the people know, I'm going to let y'all know in due time. It was almost like he wanted to make sure before he exposed it. Next thing you know, they killed him. So it's not that John F. Kennedy died because, you know, because they're going to make it seem like that John F. Kennedy was a real bad man. And don't get me wrong, John F. Kennedy knew what he was doing. He did. but he didn't know how deep and serious it was. And when he did, he was ready to expose it, and they did him in. But Martin Luther King, that motherfucker, he was ready, willing, and able to do everything that he was paid to do. So this is why I want to look at both of those documents. I'm not really concerned about the brother. I believe that the brother of John F. Kennedy, he was in some other type shit. But it really don't make me or break me to know what both of them did. It just let me know that even the people that you trust with all of your heart, they are the ones that is going to deceive you. And we trust Martin Luther King so heavy and so deeply until we reading about him in the books. He's in our African history book. We celebrate this man every year. We celebrate this man. And when y'all really find out who he was and what he did and why he did it, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? And then it's gonna make y'all question everything. If we couldn't trust Martin Luther King, and this was the biggest man that ever lived in years, who the fuck can we trust? So, and this is what Trump is doing. Trump is basically releasing these documents so y'all can see the truth, so y'all can know in your conscious mind there is no one to trust. Like y'all can even, I showed y'all the truth. This is the truth. And in other words, he's going to expose the truth to y'all, right? And y'all going to be so grateful, but at the same time, y'all going to be fucked up. And then y'all going to be grateful for Trump for exposing it, because it's going to make him look like that he did something. So it's like, we thank Trump for doing that shit, because there wasn't no other president going to do that shit. They would have kept that shit secret. So y'all going to feel embedded to him. Like, you know what? Thank you, Trump, for that shit. Because, and y'all going to, everything that Trump is doing for y'all, Trump is not doing it because he really fuck with y'all or he really love y'all. Trump is trying to get in good graces with y'all so y'all can have full trust and knowing in him. It's not about having hope and faith in Trump. It's about trusting and knowing. Y'all know that he's going to get the job done. Y'all know that he's going to tell the truth. Y'all know that he's going to deliver. Y'all know that he's going to make the world great again. Y'all know this because he's showing you. It's like he's love bombing you. But believe me, everything that he's doing, believe me, in the first 3.5 years, of tribulation going to be smooth. Everything going to be working good. Everything going to be okay. Everything going to be fine. The last 3.5 years is when he break that covenant, and y'all gonna see the real motherfucking him. So don't let this goodness fool y'all, because the goodness that y'all being fed, this shit is not really food. Because y'all being fed shit that we should have known, but we didn't know. But the shit that we being fed now, all this truth is being revealed, half of it is not being revealed. It's always been there. They just showing us. And it's up to you to dialect and dissect it is. Because a lot of people, when they hear all this shit that's about to get revealed this year, it's going to literally fuck them up. And a lot of you that's going to hear all this shit, y'all going to be like, you know what? I kind of figured, and I'm glad that it was confirmed to me. Now it's time for me to move on. Because it shows me that I can't trust literally nobody. And if I can't trust literally nobody, then what the fuck make you think that I can trust the man that is showing me this? Because the man that is showing me this, why the fuck can't he show me this the last president when he was in here? Why the fuck is taking him now to do this when he could have, if Trump would have did this shit when he was the president before, he would have won that vote. Why you want to do all this shit now? Why you trying to love bomb us and make the world great again now? Why you didn't do that before? That's why I said we got to think. We got to think. We got to use our minds. Now that we got TikTok back, we already know that this shit is not the same. Use your discernment and educate yourself and use your common sense. Pay attention on this app to what you're supposed to pay attention to. Because we already know it's not the same. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that now that we are here, we got to open up our eyes and open up our ears and know that we are in a deep spiritual war. And we are looking at many gods that is trying to win. But there's only one true God. So you got to dissect and learn who that one true God is. Because there's many gods. It's not just one, it's many. You got to figure out who is the true God. And when you find that out, it's going to shock the living hell out of you.